What's up, boys and girls? Toby here. Did you miss me? You thought no, didn't you? God damn it. Anyway, quite some time ago I did a full playthrough on players8 hardcore with a martial arts assassin. Well, Phoenix Striker to be more specific. It was semi-twinked, meaning I used some items from my other characters, but I didn't use the best possible gear. I pretty much skipped Annie, Torch, Reaper's Toll, Call to Arms, and a couple of others. It was like a budgety version per se, so that you guys, and yes, I do think of my viewers a lot, would be able to relate more. And I also did all of this while streaming. I have no idea how I managed that, cause the last time I played Untwinked on stream, why I stopped playing. I died in normal difficulty Act 1. Oh my god, jeez! Oh wait, that's the one before the last attempt. Here's my last attempt. Okay, you fuck off, you... Yep, both of these happened in the same stream. Glorious. But yeah, finally sat down and decided to make a highlights video of the players8 hardcore martial arts assassin playthrough, with some overviewing thoughts on top. Enjoy! So in total it took me around 30 hours of streaming time. Sure, there was some goofing around, my wife crashing streams and all that, but that's still a lot of time for a twinked character, even on players8. So let's start with a quick overview of key takeaways. First of all, I ended up playing Phoenix Striker just not to be bothered by immunities. I also knew she was fun to play because I played her before, and I simply confirmed that once again for myself. She is extremely fun, from all the fireworks you get from different charges, to the satisfaction of properly using Dragonflight, to being forced to properly utilize Cloak of Shadow and Mind Blast as crowd control in order to survive. That would probably be my main point. It was extremely fun and rewarding to play. With that in mind, while it can deal with immunities easily due to pretty much utilizing every single possible source of damage apart from magic, it is an extremely weak class. And I'm not even sure better gear would have helped me much, well, except for Call to Arms, that would have been a huge help. The main problem I see is that you need so many different stats. It's kind of impossible to get all of them. Since you're squishy and in melee range, you need all the survivability stats, so health, damage reduction, resistances, elemental absorb. Since your damage comes from attacking, you need physical damage stuff, like attack speed, crushing blow, deadly strike, and hands damage. Then lastly, since you're attacking actually with skills, you need plus skills. It's pretty hard to combine all of these. Usually you either need stuff for attacking or for skills, not both, especially if you're melee. And that's having in mind you're using Fade to boost damage reduction as well as resistances. It's just that hard to get all of these stats. So here's the best I managed to come up with. My final gear looked like this. First of all, double Bertux. Main one with Shale and the other one with 10 all resistances jewel. The faster hit recovery is actually crucial for martial assassin since your attacks are interruptible, so Bertux is a surprisingly good option for how easy it is to find them. Of course, I upped them both along the way, though the damage increase was barely noticeable. G-Face with all resistances, Jewel, kind of the obvious choice for Crushing Blow and Deadly Strike. Boots are also the obvious choice, Gore Riders, everything you can ask for a melee character. Armor is actually Duriel Shell for Cannot Be Frozen, Resistances, and High Defense. I also upped it later on. Treachery may seem like the obvious option, but I actually wasn't lacking attack speed, even though I was using Fade and not Burst of Speed. You also already have access to Fade as an assassin, so that mod from Treachery is useless. And defense is a huge problem because you're constantly in melee range and your only defense modifier is Cloak of Shadows. It's way too small of a boost and fairly unreliable as well. So with that in mind, Duriel Shell actually is a pretty damn good option. Belt I was using was String of Ears. Sometimes I'd put on Thunder Gods in areas where souls are present. Gloves were the rare ones for attack speed and skills. Crafted ones with 2 martial arts, 20 attack speed and crushing blow would have been perfect, but good luck getting those. Jewelry was 2 pieces of Angelic, hands down a must-have just to fix your attack rating issues, And that wasn't even enough. I had to use Demon Limb on Switch for the enchant, an extra boost to attack rating. The other ring was usually Dwarf Star, and perhaps sometimes Ravenfrost. Since I had Cannot Be Frozen on Duriel Shell already, I didn't need Ravenfrost so much. And Dwarf Star is just really amazing for Fire Absorb, as again, you're in melee range. You'll take a lot of fire damage from various sources. My Mercenary's gear wasn't anything special. I think he was using Treachery, then perhaps a Talrashus or Mask or a G-Phase, but most importantly he was using Lawbringer for both the Sanctuary Aura and the Decrepify swords, pretty much providing me with all the safety I needed. I don't think I would have been able to pass this playthrough without the Lawbringer on my Mercenary. I think overall it was a well-rounded build. I really couldn't come up with any improvements, and I can't remember anyone in the chat having good suggestions, even though I remember asking quite a few times. So if you're watching this and have some ideas how to improve the gear, let me know in the comments. I might just pin your comment at the top so others could learn from it as well. I suppose Fortitude would be a significant buff, maybe Fury Rune Word in a claw, but Bortux just felt too good. But yeah, anyway, I didn't want to go overboard with high runes, so I skipped all those Furies and Fortitudes. Plus, last time I had Fortitude, I died while literally playing with a martial arts assassin. Let's just say I didn't want to repeat that. Anyway, it ended up not being too crazy expensive, no high runes required, although it would take a while to farm all these items for an untwinked character. Just for what it's worth, you can find all of these items from Hell Mephisto. Anyway, let's get into the actual highlights of the stream. Normal difficulty wasn't too hard, Diablo was quite fun. It's quite funny how Diablo is probably the one boss that gets easier and easier with each difficulty, so in normal, he's still a pretty huge pain in the ass. Stop hitting me, bastard. Fucking die. Nice! Whew! Anyway, apart from Diablo, the rest of the normal difficulty was quite easy. Up next is Nightmare, and Dariel took like really a long while to kill, but you know, it was kind of the same as Diablo, just a lot of running around and trying to finally kill her ass. After that, of course, the glorious Maggot Lair followed. Well, that was just fun times. There were also some fuck-ups like this. I mean, it's honestly just a horrible idea. Ha ha ha! What the fuck, guys? Whoa, 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 whoa. But it had more to do with my stupidity than the class I was playing. Duriel was super easy because I was able to equip my Mercenary with Kelpie Snare. The 75% slow? That's crazy. And then the woman attacked me. Woman? So yeah, I was supposed to play hardcore blindfolded. And this shit has been happening throughout the entire stream for like at least 10 times. And the only reason why I skipped like 5 times this happened before is because my camera is only 144p. Well, since I totally accidentally stumbled upon camera quality topic, just so you guys know, if you want better quality videos, you could check out my Patreon. Just so happens that I'm currently saving up for a new one. Link in the description. Hashtag shameless. Anyway, nothing noteworthy happened in Act 4, I beat Diablo, and let's move on to Act 5. So the first interesting thing that happened in Act 5 is pretty much the woman jumping on me. Oh, shit. Woman! And then she just stayed on me for the next 20 minutes. Anyway, up next was a lot of... Oh, crap, crap, crap. No, fuck no. I'm not going that way. Nope. Fuck that shit. Oh, crap, crap, crap. I'm not going that way either. And then there were Ancients. And of course, during them, my game crashed. Kite them. What the fuck, what the... Shit, now that I look back into it, how the fuck did I survive this playthrough? Anyway, it's time for the Hill difficulty, and Andariel was of course the first boss, which was surprisingly strong. Even though I was chugging antidote potions like crazy, I still had to go numerous times back to town. But yeah, finally, eventually managed to beat her. And now we have finally reached the glorious part of this playthrough. The reason why I'm making this video. The reason why people... Yeah, sorry guys, it's not happening today. The video is already 10 minutes long, so I'm wrapping things up. And I'll pick it up with the maggot layer in the next video. I'll leave you with a bit of taste of what you can expect next week. Yeah, fuck that bitch, motherfucking insanely stupid, annoying piece of shit place. Holy fucking shit. And as always, thank you all for watching. Make sure to check out my Patreon if you want to see my pretty face bigger and actually visible on streams. And yeah, have a lovely day, and hopefully see you in my next video. Cheers! Hey, it sounds just like you smashing that subscribe button after seeing this video.